Finally, our grandmother passed away, and it was kind of hard because we didn't have our grandmother anymore, who raised all of us, and Jania didn't know at that point.
When I come back and I look at him, like, he really makes it all better. Like, he gives me that drive to keep pushing. Like, even when I like want to shut down, and even like when I don't want to do stuff, like, he reminds me, like, you have to keep going. Like, you have to make money for it.
So weeks went by, the funeral finally came, and we were trying to wonder if Jania was going to come back.
I think Casey is probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because without him, like, I wouldn't keep going.
Jania showed up at the funeral. It was just really emotional because we feel like our grandmother finally brought her back to us.
After I had Casey, I realized that I had a lot of support. My mom, my grandma, my aunt, everyone was there supporting me. Everyone was there with open arms. My mom actually, till this day, Casey's like her baby. So it was, the support was and is still definitely there. After the whole fairy tale, the love, like all of that, shortly after all of that happened, me and Kentrell ended up breaking up and going our separate ways. I was so depressed. I was so sad for months, for years. I really feel like it carried on with me for probably like until like last year. But yeah, I moved back to my mom's house. I was in the room. I ended up starting a business, my lash business. It was called Lashes by Janiameshell. I had a whole little logo. And yeah, I was selling lashes from the guest room of my mom's house. After that, I started doing like postings. I got into YouTube. I met a few YouTubers. They encouraged me to like start a YouTube channel and actually like make videos, how to make videos, what to do. Like, it was super dope. I always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I just didn't know what to do. And so God placed these people that I never thought that I would meet in my life to help me start it up. And it was pretty fun. Like, I really enjoyed it. I was making money from it, but I was like, I felt like the editing part was too long. I didn't want to do it. So I actually stopped doing YouTube. I started hosting, like, y'all, I was 19 years old in the club, not even able to drink, and these people booking me, these people coming to the club to see me. It was crazy. I was going to hostings like by myself. It was left for me to like figure out everything by myself. And like I said, I was 19 years old. So even though I was young, I feel like I was doing what grown people do. Like, I was really put in a grown position really early. I thank God every day, because it could have went so different. But I would go, they would just give me my money, the security will walk me in the club, and I'll get back in my Uber. Yes, I was Ubering to my hostings, and I would leave. Like, and that was just that. And I would try to like hide my money like on me, so my Uber driver wouldn't like realize like I had money. I just wanted them to think like I was just leaving the club, or I just went to the club and, you know, left out. I didn't want them to think anything else. And yeah, everything, it was risky, but it was dangerous. And I know like now I would never do anything like that again. But I was so young, wild, and free back in the day, like trying to prove a point to everybody, trying to prove a point to like my baby dad, like, I don't need your money, I don't need you, like, I can do this by myself. And I was determined to do it no matter what it took, you know. So I'm just thankful for my experiences and the growth.
Oh my goodness, you're a crab.
Huh? Yeah. I think the main thing for my mom, she didn't want me to get in a depressed stage. She didn't want me to, like, you know, go through postpartum depression. So she was really there, like, actually being active, even though, you know, my mom works, she has a job, but through all that, she was still able to be there 10 toes behind me. So Like I said, raising Casey is not always the easiest, just because I'm trying to balance being an influencer, trying to balance being a mom, trying to balance being a daughter, trying to balance being a business owner. It's just, sometimes it gets overwhelming and sometimes it gets too much. But when I come back and I look at him, like, he really makes it all better. Like, he gives me that drive to keep pushing. Like, even when I like want to shut down, and even like when I don't want to do stuff, like, he reminds me, like, you have to keep going. Like, you have to make money for the both of us. You cannot like just give up. You cannot just like abandon your responsibilities. Like, look at me, like, I have to eat, I have to have clothes, like, I have to have stuff. So yeah, I think Casey is probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because without him, like, I wouldn't keep going. You guys probably wouldn't even hear me right now, because I'll be out in the world just doing whatever.
My name is Deja. I am Jania's aunt. My sister is her mother. We were really raised together like sisters. We were raised in the same household for a while, until I grew about like 11, 12, because both of our parents had to work, of course, till I got to stay by myself. Me and Jania really were like sisters from being younger age. We played outside. That's the majority of the things. We never were really inside. We rode bikes, played footballs with the neighbors. We grew up majority in, I would say, third ward. We didn't really have that many friends. It was always us. We slept in the same bed together for years. Our grandmother was really our mother to me. It wasn't until about she was, I'll say, high school when I really started hanging with her a lot. Middle school, I did take her to parties, but I didn't take her to that many. I'm not gonna tell her myself. When we were in high school, when I got to high school, she really started to call me a lot, and tell me what went on in her life and stuff like that. Then when she got about 16, 17, that's when we really grew close together, because she started calling me every day. Her life changed. When she was 17, she had Casey. She found out actually on my birthday. I think I was probably the first one she told that she had a baby, that she was pregnant. I couldn't like judge her. I didn't call my sister. I was like, oh my God, what am I about to do? My niece is pregnant. Should I tell her mama or not? I was in college, so she called me one day and told me who she was with, or who she started talking to, and I'm like, who did you start talking to, or whatever. So she sent me a picture of her DMs, and I'm like, okay. So she called me one day, like 2 days after that, and she was like, Deja, do you want to go to Atlanta with me? I'm like, your mom not gonna let you go to Atlanta. Mind you, she like 16, so 16, 17. So I'm like, your mom not gonna let you go to Atlanta? And she was like, yes, she is, if you say you're gonna come with me. So me being an aunt, the cool aunt, I'm like, if she say yes, I'm gonna come with you. That didn't happen. Her mom said she couldn't go. And so she called me and said, change your plans. Such and such is coming here. They said, is this your niece? So I'm looking. I see her on the internet. I'm like, oh my God, what's about to happen? She's by herself. She has never just went out of town. She hasn't even spent the night at people's house. So for her to be gone, I was like, I was shook. I don't know. I was shook. Like randomly after probably 3 weeks, and she was like, she's okay, and like basically she said she was in love. So I was like, you don't even know what love is. And a couple more months went by. Finally, our grandmother passed away, and it was kind of hard because we didn't have our grandmother anymore, who raised all of us, and Jania didn't know at that point. So somebody had to call her and tell her about our grandmother. And it was hard for my sister because she didn't have her baby with her. Her baby wasn't a baby anymore, or trying not to be a baby anymore. And my sister didn't have her grandmother anymore, which basically raised Jania for the time being while my sister had to work. So weeks went by, the funeral finally came, and we were trying to wonder if Jania was gonna come back. Jania showed up at the funeral. It was just really emotional because we feel like our grandmother finally brought her back to us. After that, a couple months, she finally came back home and said she wanted to change her life around because moving fast like that wasn't for her. And then a couple of weeks went by, we went out. I'm like, a lot of people knew who she was. She was getting all this attention. I'm like, Jania, like, you can't move how you used to move anymore. This is, you real life somebody right now. And I was like, you need to do something with it. And she told me, she's like, I have a plan, I'm gonna do something with it. A couple months later, around my birthday, she found out that she was pregnant. We had Casey, which is the biggest blessing to us. I don't regret it, she doesn't regret it. And now, she is the person she is today. And I'm proud of her, I really am. Because,
So, I'm gonna start it off. Do y'all have any questions for me?
What made you start like doing social media and stuff?
Being an influencer?
Yeah.
So, I was at home thinking how I'm gonna make money. And so I was like, I can make money from taking pictures? I'm with it, let's do it. So, I just started taking pictures. People started following me. Y'all know who my baby daddy is, so that kind of helped a lot. And yeah, I mean, that's not the only reason people follow me. People follow me for my personality, for my looks, for my style, whatever. So I mean, it takes a lot of work. I work every day.
I'm trying to be someone like you.
You trying to be an influencer? Yeah. Girl, it's a lot of work. I work every day, 9 in the morning until 9 at night. I'm tired.
She's not just my sister, she's more like, I'm like, I don't have kids, but I'm still young, but I feel like she's my daughter too. Because when my sister's not there, or my sister can't come, my niece is always calling me 24/7, back to back, do this, do that. And I'm there for both for her and Casey.
How do I deal with negativity? So, most of the time, I don't read what people gotta say because it really don't matter. But the times that I do like let it affect me, I just have to keep myself motivated. I gotta give myself a pep talk like anybody else. I gotta remind myself that I'm that in real life. So I hope y'all enjoy y'all know how important school is, because you can start a business, but how you gonna run a business if you don't have the necessary skills to actually run it and know what you need to do to keep it going?
Oh my God!
Because I've been through a lot, and I know a lot of people go bullying, getting talked about, feeling down, feeling like you're not worth nothing. At the end of the day, once you jump into a world that you're not ready for, so many stuff hits you real fast.
Okay, do you agree that the expectational, like stereotypical things to be an Insta model or like an influencer should be like skinny waist, big butt, big boobs, all of that?
No, because they're also skinny influencers, really tiny. I love them. I love the way they look. I love the way they walk. I love the way that they show themselves. They're also the bigger models. They give confidence every day. Every time you see them, they're always giving what needs to be gained. You know what I mean? You don't have to have a skinny waist and a big butt to be an Instagram model. No, you don't. Honestly, if you want me to be real honest with y'all, everybody edit their pictures. Period. Point blank. They do. Nothing is reality. If you see them in person and you see them on Instagram, it's two different people. They got they makeup look flawless. Oh, I want clear skin. This, that. They fix that up. Period. They make their waist skinnier. Period. It is what it is. That's Instagram life. Yep. Nothing is. That Instagram life is totally different from reality.
That's beautiful.
Do you edit your pictures? I'm originally from Houston. I moved to Atlanta probably August of 2020. I went to Atlanta, me and Furley, you guys know who Furley is. We went to Atlanta for like a week. When it was time to go, I told Furley I want to move to Atlanta. And he looked at me like, girl, why are you moving? And I found a realtor and I looked at homes and I really moved to Atlanta. So everybody was like so shocked because it was just such a fast move, and my lease was up in Houston. So it was really fast. I felt like I had a strong support system because Kentrell would help with Casey a lot. So I didn't really have to worry about that side of things. I really didn't have to worry about like, you know, having him all the time. So I felt like it was like a great move. But unfortunately, I got so depressed in Atlanta. I started doing things that I never want anyone to do, never want to talk about, never want to bring up. I started like partying. I was really living a fast life. Like I wasn't taking my work serious. I didn't care about making money like that. I was so content with what I was doing. I was content with the lifestyle that I was living. I actually met like a lot of amazing people living in Atlanta, but I couldn't really connect with them the way I wanted to connect with them because I wasn't in a good space myself. Like I was so unhappy. I couldn't believe that I moved to Atlanta. I was out there like by myself. I had no one in Atlanta. None of my family, none of my friends. Like it wasn't just like a great move. I moved my friend to Atlanta with me. I made her my assistant, and I just felt like, you know, okay, if I have someone down here with me, I'll be in a better place. Like I'll be able to get work done. Didn't work like that. I just felt like I needed to be where I grew up, where my family is, where I know like the love is. And so I said, I'm moving back to Houston. And at first my mom was like, just stay in my house until your lease is up. That way you're not like paying two rents and all of that. So I stayed at my mom's house for like a few weeks, and I decided I want to get my own house. Like I want to be able to like invite my friends over. I want to be able to like, you know, have my own space. So I looked for a home, and it was a long process. I couldn't find anywhere that I liked. The market is really like low right now because so many people is moving to Houston, I guess. So it took forever to find a home. I actually found one, and now I have a home in Atlanta, in Houston. My lease will be up in January. Actually today, I actually told them that I won't be renewing my lease. So I'm excited to actually get everything out of that apartment. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm gonna get it out that apartment and leave that whole Atlanta chapter behind me and keep growing and flourishing in Houston, Texas.
Is it hard juggling like the mom life?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is really for real. I have a hosting tonight, so I'm here, and then after I leave here, I have to get ready for my hosting. I gotta go get some clothes, and then I gotta fly somewhere. So it's like, yeah, where's the time for my baby? You know what I mean? So then I gotta go pick him up, take him to get some clothes with me. But you know, when you got a baby, everything moves slower because I gotta get him out the car seat, put him in a stroller, walk him in the mall, make sure nobody's watching us. You know what I mean? So it's hard, but I'm making it work. I have a strong support system. I'm lucky I have a strong support system. I have my mom, I have my grandma, I have his dad, I have his mom, I have Sharonda. So yeah, I have a strong support system. When you think of me, you might think of drama, you might think of tattoos, you might think of being a baby mama, you might think of like a young girl that's in the world just lost. But in reality, I'm just a young girl that's in the world trying to figure things out and grow and learn as I grow. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes, you make mistakes. Everyone in the world makes mistakes. But it's what you do after you made that mistake. And 9 times out of 10, I'm not making the same mistake twice. And if I make it twice, I'm not making the same mistake 3 times. I feel like as I grow, I mature. Like, the things that used to interest me back 3 months ago, 2 months ago, a month ago, don't interest me anymore.
She has grown a lot from being who she was on the internet to who she is today. She's not the same drama on the internet and let somebody bother her or mess with her. She tries to hold all that back, even though y'all try to come at her with all these negative things. Behind, she is positive. She tries to say, I'm not gonna let this bother me anymore. And for her to be so young and so positive about all the negative things a lot of people throw at her, I think she is a powerful person.
I used to get online, and I'm sure you guys saw, get online yelling, always in an argument with someone, always trying to prove a point, always like, you guys looked at it as chasing guys, but really they was chasing me. But they put the image out there as if I was like just this bad person or whatever the case may be, when I was just trying to, you know, share love. I'm a loving person. I'm really a loving and understanding person. So like, no matter what someone say about somebody, it doesn't matter to me because I want to find out by myself. And a lot of you guys look at that as being dumb, but I just look at that as being just having a good heart.
I'm not gonna call her JANIA because I call her Nene. That is my Nene. If you were standing right here in front of me today, I would tell you I am so proud of you, of who you've become, what you have done, what you have blessed me with. All the positivity, all that I see, I couldn't do the things that you have done. It's always been us. We never had anyone we could talk to personally about our problems but us. I'm just so proud of you. I hope you continue to just skyrocket. There's no like words to describe how proud I am of you. You just know personally from my heart. And I hope you continue to grow. I'll stop because I want to stop.
So I feel like the JANIA that you guys don't know is the JANIA that has a good heart. You just look at her as a bad person, I guess.
Nee, I'm so proud of you and the person you have become. Watching you as a little girl in the streets of Grantwood, playing school with me, and making me become the person I am today. I don't think I would be who I am without you or the drive you told me to keep going when you couldn't. I'm grateful to have you as my niece, my sister, and one of my best friends. I wish you to have many more blessings in the drive and all your endeavors. I'm grateful for the things you have said, you have did with me. You're my hero if I had to write about you.